Welcome to Fish News. I'm your host, Sid Rosie, reporting fish news on channel Fish News. The headlines are crazy this week, but we are serving up only the best of the best. We have 5 stories tonight. World's ugliest fish named Fish of the Year. Delta Smelt breeding funded. Crab seen wearing an anemone. Elon Musk shuts down Fish and Wildlife Office, and a new manatee at Disney World. Stay tuned to witness the redemption arc of the world's ugliest animal. How about that?
Breaking news!
Tootsie stickers available now on Etsy. Welcome back to Fish News. I'd like to start this story with some context. So, there's this society that raises awareness for endangered animals who are aesthetically challenged. It's called the Ugly Animal Preservation Society. Well, in 2013, they ran a campaign where people voted on the ugliest animal in the world. Blobfish won with 795 votes out of 3,000 total. Fast forward to 2025, which is when the Mountains to Sea Conservation Trust held a competition for New Zealand's Fish of the Year. Out of 5,583 votes, guess who won with a whopping 1,286? The blobfish! The orange roughy was the runner-up and only lost because radio hosts encouraged people to vote for the blobfish. New Zealand is responsible for 80% of the global orange roughy catch, and there are regular halts on fishing for them due to their dwindling population and risk of endangerment. Some groups that backed the Orange Roughies campaign were Greenpeace, Forest and Bird, and the Environmental Law Initiative. Shout out to their families. At the end of the day, blobfish, Shantae, you stay. Orange roughy, sashay away. Stay tuned to learn about another hated on fish that's finally getting its flowers. Welcome back to Fish News. I previously reported on the Delta Smelt, an endangered fish that Donald Trump removed protections for because he believed it was negatively contributing to the wildfires. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, but I come to you this time around with good news. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation said it will keep funding a captive breeding program for the Delta Smelt despite Trump's beef with them. The 5-year contract that allows the Delta Smelt breeding program expired on February 28th, and it is not known what transpired to get the Bureau of Reclamation to agree on its renewal. But it's a good thing because this lab is a resource for understanding the San Francisco Bay ecosystem, and the Delta Smelt itself is a key indicator for the health of the ecosystem. Chief of the Winnemem Wintu tribe, Colleen Sisk, says they are the irreplaceable thread that holds the Delta system together with Chinook salmon. Also, I learned that apparently Delta Smelt smell like cucumbers. Let's move on. Stay tuned to find out how a crab became a chef and a fashion icon in just one post. Welcome back to Fish News. Cassie.under.water on Instagram posted this giant masking crab from one of her recent dives. The crab is seen wearing an anemone on his head that is shaped like a chef's hat. Cassie says in the caption that this was one of those shit visibility dives where she started to feel sorry for herself until Mother Nature showed her this. She says it's a weird and welcome reminder that the ocean owes her nothing but gives her everything. What a beautiful takeaway from such a silly little crab. While we let him cook, we're gonna find out how Elon Musk ended up on Fish News. Welcome back to Fish News. Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, has recently begun cutting government costs, one of which being a U.S. Fish and Wildlife Office in Michigan. The termination was issued on March 3rd, but did not appear on the DOGE website until the last week of March. The office is no longer listed on the U.S. Fish and Wildlife website, but there are still 19 other offices in Michigan which are still running. The only reason visible for the cancellation of the lease is to cut costs. Speaking of cutting costs, we have updates on Disney World's Aquarium. Stay tuned for more. A new manatee is visible to guests at Walt Disney World's EPCOT. She was rescued from the Homosassa River in February and needed critical care. Cast members at the Seas Aquarium in Epcot will aid her in regaining strength and weight before she is eventually released back into the wild. Her name is Mermaid, and her tail is shaped like a mermaid. The two other manatees who live with her are Cider and Mino, who arrived at the aquarium in February. When I went to the aquarium, they were eating lettuce together while Mermaid ate alone. The window that separates the front viewing area from the swimming space backstage is no longer blocked off, allowing all three manatees to use every bit of space possible. In the nursery, baby cardinal fish have replaced the cuttlefish in this tank, while this yellowhead jawfish has replaced the baby cardinal fish in the tank behind the counter. This is his second move since the ocean life room was updated, and I assume he's a big bully, because I've seen him do it before, and he just looks like an asshole. We also have some construction updates on the aquarium. Walls are up around both escalators, blocking the adjacent viewing areas of the former dolphin tank and the main tank, which is the second largest in the US. Thankfully, there are windows in the hallway which look into both tanks. The aquarium is still closing early at 7 p.m. and I am still hopeful that it will change back to normal once construction is done. Fingers crossed. I know it's a lot for you, Disney, but can we please see Prince Charming at night? That's my only request, is that I could see Prince Charming because I love him and he's only out at night because he's nocturnal, because he's a slipper lobster. Anyway. Let me know which story was the most interesting in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love. That was majestic. Cassie says in the caption that this was one of those disability